We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome to the Freak Show, where our one rule is RPMs above 0 is a must. I am your host, Bumpy McSquiggums. It says it there, right in the top left corner. That me. It's me. Anyway, we're playing the Crew Motorfest. Finally, we got to play it a little bit before the closed beta. We got to cover it and stream it in the closed beta, and it's finally here. It is available a couple days early, thanks to Ubisoft for hooking me up with code for this and actually partnering with me. So hashtag Ubisoft partner. I'm super stoked. They provided the code for the Super Ultimate Ultra Deluxe Edition with everything included. It's great. I'm very, very eager to play it. I've not actually had a chance to play it yet in its full form, so this is going to be our first hands-on experience with a finished product. If you guys are interested, you can actually get access to the game 3 days earlier. Again, this is the latest from Ubisoft, the Crew Motorfest, released on September 14th. But 3-day early access by picking up the Gold or Ultimate Editions. And along with that, you get some other goodies, including a 1-year pass and exclusive pre-order bonuses. So make sure you guys go check that out. If you're a big fan of the Crew 2, highly recommend you check out the Crew Motorfest. I still play the Crew 2 to this day. It's something Splooch, my father, and I play all the time. It's really great in co-op, and we have quite the collection, which I have imported, by the way, into the game. So all the cars and stuff that you had in the Crew 2, you get to import into the Crew Motorfest. I believe they're at whatever default level they are, so all your upgrades you're still going to have to work through. This is almost like you've heard of the looter shooter, right? This is almost like a looter racer. Or a racer RPG or something along those lines, right? There's a lot of things that you can actually upgrade in the car beyond just like tuning it specific ways, but you actually get parts that upgrade and improve the car's overall rating. And then you have other things where you get sets and all sorts of stuff. Like, it's a fantastic idea, and I think it's been pulled off really well. Take that for what it is. Again, it's my favorite racing game, so, you know, it is what it is, what it is, what it is. That all being said, we're going to actually go into the options, because this is something that I haven't tweaked yet, and I want you guys to see. So, we're going to let all the noise die down there for a bit. We're gonna curb our enthusiasm slightly, but this game has a tremendous amount of options to really let you hone in on the way you want to play. Now, I don't know how many other people are going to show this, or how many people even care. But again, they went above and beyond with just every single option that you can conceivably think of, at least that I can conceivably think of, to really let you, like I said, hone in how you want it. So even here, just game settings, you prefer Imperial, you can have Imperial. You prefer metric, you can have metric. I prefer Imperial. I grew up in the US, even if I am in Canada now. I just don't like KPM. That's just me. Freestyle UI, you can actually pick and choose and change where you want everything, and then you can turn on all these various different things. This isn't really the part that I want to show you, but it still shows you quite a bit of stuff. Airplane controls are interesting, because there's a few different ways to do that, and then you can invert it or not invert it. So again, pretty much everything you could conceivably want to do, they have. And you see here, your vehicle collection from the Crew 2, you can import the vehicles over, and then you have that collection. Very, very important. Now, the thing I really, really want to dive into, they do have accessibility. You can see here with subtitle sizes, the background could be transparent or not, and so on and so forth. Colorblind mode. Oh, I do see something I need to turn off. Yeah, we don't do motion blur here. Thank you. Racing line opacity. I mean, a whole bunch of options available to you. And you see there's also hearing and motor, vibration, all sorts of things that you can actually do. So, like I said, very cool. I believe this is also the first game that I've played that actually uses the haptic feedback on the PlayStation 5 controller. So we're actually for the adaptive triggers. So that's something you'll actually feel if you're using a PlayStation 5 controller on PC, or if you're using it on the PlayStation 5. This is the PC version of the game, by the way. All right, and then you have all the various different volumes to kind of make it how you want it to be. All right, now the one that again I really wanted to dive into here is the difficulty. They have preset difficulties, and it kind of coincides with, I guess, the perceived skill level of folks. It's not necessarily exactly a difficulty bonus. I mean, it is. There is the event difficulty, which does scale with the presets. So you have amateur, you have intermediate, you have expert. But it changes beyond that. It changes stuff like guidance and the racing line, auto braking, auto steering. You have all these things that you can actually turn on. I didn't know there was auto things. That's interesting. Huh. Neat. Sorry. Rewind and nitro. You have ABS, your anti-blocking system. Wouldn't that be anti-lock brake system? I don't know. Anyway, you have braking, you have traction control, you have ESP. What is ESP? Electronic stability program. To keep the car on the road, essentially, it kind of counter steers a bit for you. Anyway, so they have a whole bunch of there's counter steering assist. There's a lot of stuff that kind of makes things a little bit easier for you. So if you're not quite ready for the full experience and having full control of your car, or maybe your reaction time's a little slower, or you're not used to racing games, and it kind of eases you in, and it puts the event difficulty setting to 1. Okay, that's with the amateur. Then you go to the intermediate, the event difficulty goes up to 2. I find like 3, I'm usually able to place first with a bit of a challenge. 4, I find pushes me to my limit at this point. So I'm probably going to get a custom difficulty and put it at 3. But again, if you're a hardcore racer, maybe you want to go all the way to 5. That's totally your option. And it starts reducing some of the things now in intermediate. So instead of comfort, you're down to sport with a lot of these, which has a little bit less input or feedback from the various different systems that are actually available. So that's probably how a lot of people will start, is at the intermediate. And then the expert difficulty, there's a couple things that I'm going to change from this, but I like how I can control the car. In general, you're going to see me slide out a lot because it's quite different than the Crew 2 in many ways. So, and all the races tend to feel a bit different. The cars feel more different. So, like, overall, I feel like you have a more broad experience with, like, you have races where you can't go max speed the whole time. You have to actually control your speed, throttle it down quite a bit, ride the brake a little here and there. And that's something that you really didn't have too much of in the Crew 2. And there's like whole races that are like that. There were like different parts of it where you're getting like S turns and hairpins and stuff in the Crew 2. But here there's like entire races where you're not topping out at all. You're kind of keeping it in a middle fast but not super fast zone. And then there's others that just are very slippery and slidey, and you have to be able to control that. And like it's really, really, really well done. There are definitely certain race types that I absolutely despise and hate because they're so different than what I'm used to. So I'm going to have to get used to those. But that's good. I like stuff that brings you out of your comfort zone. But all that being said, I'm probably going to have some issues driving in certain races. So just be aware of that. All right. The racing line you can have completely off. You can have what we're traditionally used to seeing, which I believe was just a line. I guess now they have braking only, which is interesting. I guess when you come up to a turn, if you're going too fast, it shows you. Because I could have sworn before they didn't have the braking only option. They might have just had the line itself. And then you have the full. I'm going to go with the full regardless. I'm going to try to get used to that because I know it's probably going to be beneficial in general because it actually shows you the racing line versus just where you need to go, which is what you used to have in the Crew 2. You had just a line that showed you the path you need to take. It didn't show you the optimal path on the ground or how fast you're approaching if you needed to slow down or anything like that. So we're going to get used to using this. I am going to leave Rewind and Nitro on for now. I think when you go into co-op, I don't know, but I think when you go into co-op, you don't have the rewind option. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong. We'll see. It's very, very, very interesting. And then basically, it turns off more or less everything else. I might turn this on. I might turn this off. I don't know yet for the airplane. Counter steering assist I don't want on. Drift assist I don't want on. ESP I don't want on. Traction control I don't think I want on. But I might play with that. But I think I want the anti-lock brakes. I actually think I want the traction control on too, but we'll see. In general, I think we're just going to go with this. So I think everything else is fine. We're going to lower that by 1, and that is going to be the difficulty that we run with. Again, play with all the different settings. Go through the presets, see what you like, what you don't like. If you feel like your controls are maybe a little too sluggish, then make sure that you go from the amateur to the intermediate. See if it works better for you there. If you still find it's a little sluggish and unresponsive, because that's what it does, right? It doesn't let you, like, if you want to go left, you kind of really have to go left, right? You have to, like, kind of hold it for a second. It's like, oh, it's not just them accidentally, drifting left or right a little bit, where it's trying to counter that. It's trying to keep you in place. Now, with expert controls, when you tap left and right, I do a lot of micro corrections when I drive, like little quick tap left, right, trying to keep my car where I want it. And I found that didn't really translate to the other difficulties. So, yeah, it was it took a while for me to hone in on what I like. So this is what we're going to start with. The difficulty might go up. I might turn on traction control. But other than that, I think this is what we're going to do. So that's a big old giant chunk of time there that you guys got to spend. I will probably put a note, a comment telling you guys that the gameplay officially starts around the 11-minute mark, and that's where we'll begin. So a big shout out and a thank you once again to Ubisoft for hooking me up with the code for this and being allowing me to join their partner program. So hashtag Ubisoft partner, hashtag the Crew Motorfest begins now. That's a too long of a hashtag, but it's what we're doing.
Welcome to Hawaii, everyone. Look alive. You're at the Motorfest. Gather up, everyone. Photo time.
All right, we get to choose our character. We can absolutely pick any of the pre-done characters, or you can create your own. So if you guys want to have your own custom avatar, you absolutely can do so. I am probably just going to do something here. And then you even have the default, like, you can start with this preset and then build off of there. So I don't know. I think we gotta go with the quirky girl. We're gonna go with the quirky girl. I think that's gonna be it. She got the old squinty eye and a grin. This guy's like, shh, I have a secret. I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here and I love it. I just came for the vacation. I have a hat. That's that guy's personality. You never mess. Never mess. Again, I think Quirky Girl is going to be our winner this time around. So that's what we're going to go with. All right, we got to hold it. But you can customize your avatar.
All right, everyone, settle down. I know you're all excited. That chopper ride is always a trip. So, welcome again to the Motorfest. I'm Malu, the Motorfest PR, and I'm here to get you up to speed. You are our special guests. Athletes, festival goers, car lovers, all gathered here in majestic Hawaii. These are the festival grounds, but we've got the whole island set up for you. We've created a place where you can drive anything, from the iconic to the super customized. It's a Motorfest branded, lovingly crafted car culture celebration.
Yeah, it is.
We call these lovelies the playlists. And I'm not just reading from the Motorfest app here either. I tried them out before you arrived. And here, let me show you.
All right, now we're gonna
This
be getting
playlist
thrown
is
into
a
it.
unique Motorfest experience.
All right, so
It's called Made in Japan.
enter Toyota for the first time in the series. Ooh, our car kind of got built there. All right. It has been a while. Bear that in mind. Oh boy. Yep. I told you guys, it's not gonna go well for me at the start here. It's gonna take me a bit to get
Made
used
in
to it
Japan
again.
is the way to experience Japanese car culture. It's where tarmac meets tradition. From mountain peaks to city streets, this neon journey is not one to miss.
All right. Okay, that is our nitrous. I'm like, Yep, I knew I was definitely colliding with something there. All right.
Trying these playlists out for you is what I call a perk of the job.
They want us to use
Right
the
in the center
handbrake.
of all the
I'm
action,
terrified to use the
racing
handbrake,
these
by the way.
Japanese drift masters, just awesome.
That's something that I will have to get used to doing because it's not something that I really ever did. Oh, don't slide it out. There we go. Okay. Easy. All right, and now we're gonna go from this into the next thing. This start is always the same, and it's fantastic. How do I change my view? Like that. There we go. A little bit further back. You can actually get like completely into the cockpit and all as well. The driver's seat, I guess, not really the cockpit. And now we get to go a little bit more, I think a little bit more my style here. I can't remember. We doing street races next?
Street racing
Yeah.
my way through mountains and motorways was amazing. But the next playlist was Off-Roading Addict. A chance to race into the wild.
All right, let's get it. Gotta look for that right time to boost through. Hopefully they don't shove me off
Driving
the
off-road
road like
gives you
they
an
tend to.
opportunity to carve your own path, to explore the open expanse. The
All right, we got a
island
little something there.
becomes your playground. Total freedom becomes your creed.
Yeah, it does. All right, catching up to Crystal and Jorge. Oh dear. I might have done that badly. We gon' die. Oh, we're fine.
4x4s, pickups, quads. You're given every chance to go off the beaten path.
Yep, so if you guys like Super Off-Road Challenge, well, you got some of that here. Oh my goodness. The explosions of us going over a slight bump. Alright, I don't think we'll be able to fully catch them. We got pretty close. We'll take third. That's fine. This is just, again, a taste of what's to come. Cruising in a Ford Bronco. Alright, now we're going to move on to... Oh, I was going to show you
Off-roading
some
is
other
freedom,
off-roading stuff.
Improvisation. But the next playlist is all about the competition.
Yeah.
Aptly named the Motorsports playlist, this one is for the pros.
Nice. Alright. There is no nitrous in this event. So it's all the pure racing you could ever hope and dream of.
Motorsports is built around racing to the top, the
Yep.
thrill of competing. But it's also about strategic choices,
True.
decision-making under pressure.
Very, very true. So you'll notice that we have a little bar up there. That is our tire wear, as it says. And essentially, what that means is our tires are definitely going to... Oh, I did that badly. Our tires are definitely going to wear out as we go through. And then we have to choose whether or not we go to the pit or we don't. Now, these are the fastest pit crew in the history of the human race, of course. But, yeah.
There is no better feeling than triumphing with your team in what some consider the apex of motorsports.
We are the apex predator of the apex of motorsports. That's right, that's us. Again, maybe not the cleanest of races at this point, but we doing alright. We getting there. Look at that, we're ahead of them.
Making the call when to go for the pit stop,
See?
checking on your rivals, it gets intense.
Just like sleeping while camping. Intense.
Felt good to be the champion, but then I got to go old school.
Old school, baby. What? That's pretty cool, too.
Vintage Garage, a playlist for the true car aficionado.
They've also broken the cars out into more different classifications. So you're going to have like street racing cars that are not on par with other street racing cars, like a Porsche being as fast as a VW camper van. That didn't really make a lot of sense. So now you're going to have like...
These cars, it's not just about the look or the nostalgia. It's how these things drive, how they feel, how they steer.
How they
it was
smell.
Quite a challenge, in the best way possible.
Anyway, but yeah, like you're going to have different
Outside
classifications.
Of some collector car park, when would you ever get a chance to take these venerable legends for a spin? That's the power of Vintage Garage.
No nitrous either on these bad boys.
A taste of an age where there was no nitro
And no
to boost
GPS.
you, and no GPS to guide you.
Except our racing line
Feels
works.
strangely comforting.
Appreciate it. Oh, but don't worry. They have some cool things for the Vintage Garage that really does apply to no GPS. Like they have snapshots of pictures and things where you're gonna have to go straight or make a turn at said objects. You're gonna have to pay attention to your background, which is just a phenomenal and fun idea. I really thought that was clever. But yeah, like I said, the street racing, like there's different categorizations of it. So like tier 1, tier 2 cars. So you're not going to have like stuff that clearly isn't going to be fast enough competing with the fastest of the street racing, which I thought was a nice distinction. Like these boys, they're not as fast as a Porsche.
Out with the old and in with the new, they say. The next playlist is legendary.
I'm all about that legendary stuff. Great skill song.
A playlist to truly experience the iconic, the trailblazing. I'm running out of adjectives here.
The trailblazing. Is trailblazing an adjective? I feel like that might be a verb that could maybe be used
As
as
soon as
an
you saw
adjective.
that Lamborghini logo, you knew what this playlist was gonna be. Some of the most recognizable car designs in existence at your disposal.
Whoa, easy boys. You're sharing the road. Oh, ooh, I had a little bit of a stutter there. Sorry. My biggest thing was I really enjoyed the hypercars. That was the thing I liked the most. I like street racing and the hypercars the most in the Crew 2. So like this speaks to me. This is right up my alley. This is my style of race.
Nothing quite like some of these cars. It's like a speed race through the story of Lamborghini, one of power and innovation.
My 918, 916 Spider, I can't remember what it is. That's my my Porsche. That's my baby in the
Riding the
hypercar
full
race.
roster of these legends was a rare privilege. A privilege Motorfest graciously gave me.
Graciously
And now,
gave me.
it's your turn.
She's great, by the way. Fantastic voiceover on this. Really like it. Just nice, peaceful, super fast, 208-mile-an-hour race, you know. We go a little faster, 232. Now, there may be, I don't know for sure, but there might be certain things that might not have transferred over. Maybe the least popular things. Like, I don't remember seeing my hover cars, for instance, transfer over. So they might not have made the cut.
Like what you saw? Well, those were just the tip of the iceberg.
True, true.
But we've got to go step by step. Follow me.
I mean, I'd be pretty amped up if I
Look
arrived
around
and
you.
that was what I got.
This is what it's all about. Cars, bikes, rides, and good vibes. You'll get to explore the festival soon enough. And let's not forget, we're in Hawaii.
Hawaii!
And there's no better place to express yourself. Show off your flair. Customize your ride. It's a car culture buffet. Keep up. We're going to go meet the star of the show. Your car, of course. Come on.
Sweet.
It's time for you to pick your ride.
Pick your ride. Oh, we gonna pick our ride. It's gonna be great.
Once you pick your car, I'll hand you over to Kara, your personal AI assistant.
Very nice. All right, guys and gals.
When in doubt, you can always rely on her to guide you.
Looks like we got ourselves a choice of 3 cars, and we'll probably end up picking the BMW, but we'll see. I want to let you guys know that today, I'm going to try to get this out today before everything happens. Today, that would be on Monday, the 11th of September, 2023, around 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm probably going to do a live stream, maybe messing around in this. I'm not 100% sure. I kind of want to show it off, but at the same time, I kind of want to bring you guys along for the ride. So I may do the live stream and then chop it up later to give you guys as different episodes. So it'll be about 2 hours, so roughly, I suppose, 4 episodes for you guys. So there you have it. All right, so our choice. We got a stinky old Mustang. For those people who like those, not a fan. I don't really particularly like Hondas either, so the Honda S2000, fast, very fast car. And then, of course, the BMW. I mean, yeah, we're going to go with the BMW. So, let's do it. But don't forget, we got all our cars already, so this might not even be really a big deal.
AI assistance engaged. All engines, go.
Sup, Kara? We hopping in. We're doing the thing.
Hello, driver. I'm Kara.
Sup?
Let me assist you in choosing a playlist.
Sure. We're do we go Porsche?
Made in Japan.
Maybe not.
Race over asphalt and drift through neon in a journey. Hawaii Scenic Tour.
What is
Rule
this?
the streets. Join the Donut Media team and answer Jane Pumphrey's unique questions, challenges, and car face-offs.
Guy's name is James Pumphrey. Really? That's
9/11
awful.
Legacy.
I want to
A
do
Porsche
that,
story.
but I'm not going to do that.
American Muscle.
Don't really want to do that.
Made in Japan. American Muscle.
You know what? This
Show off your street racing.
we're doing this. We're
Rule
doing
the
this.
streets. Join the donut.
We're joining the
media
donut team. I don't know what that means, but that's what we're doing. I figure that's
New playlist
for
ahead.
all.
Let's
have
go.
to feedback off. Feels so good. All right, welcome to us being able to drive
The
around.
next experience we have in store will knock your socks off.
This is what we traditionally had
It's
before.
the product of a unique partnership.
Was this line?
Motorfest is teaming up with one of the most colourful crew of automotive influencers you can find on the web, Donut Media.
Ooh, a little too fast. A little too hot out of that corner. There we go. All right, so you'll see that I swapped over to my car now. A lot of my custom paints and other things did not make it over to this, and that's okay.
These guys are the real deal. Their philosophy that cars are for everyone, combined with their electric energy, makes their content stand out like, I quote, a buff horse in a pasture of ponies.
Okay. It's a bit weird. Just gonna casually drive through some stuff. It's probably fine. Whoa, these guys are in a race. Gonna pass through. I may have overshot a little bit. As you can see, that traction control is working real well for us. Because we don't have it on. Alright. What's up, James Humphrey?
I got a question for you guys. And buckle up, Buttercup, because it's a doozy.
Uh-huh.
Freaking lightning, baby.
What?
Boom! That's good!
Very
Listen
loud.
up, you buff forces. I've got 7 questions that you need to answer by getting behind the wheel of some of the most iconic cars the world has ever seen.
Call me a buff horse.
The car world is made up of rivalries and unanswered questions. You need to settle them once and for all.
Sure, let's do it.
More power, baby! Will it be easy? I don't think so.
That's why I love it. He gives the people what they need to hear.
Lightning, 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 lightning! And in the end, I need you to answer the biggest question of them all. Who rules the streets?
That is the most badass thing I have ever heard of.
More power, baby!
This is Rule the Streets. Rolling.
Okay. You got some enthusiasm there. That guy was loud. That's about the only thing I'm gonna say. He existed, he was loud. Yeah. Alright, 4 feats, 1 first event is available, 5 photo ops available, fast travel to container is unlocked. Alright, so what are we doing here?
Let's see what's coming up.
Alright, I think we're gonna go look at our car choices here. What is happening? Oh, I don't know. Alright. So, we take a look here. This is a Street Tier 2 vehicle. But if we go to the left, we will eventually enter Street Tier 1. And it shows you the performance level caps out at 600. And then we go to Street Tier 2, it caps out at 750. I don't know if there's a 3. I don't think so. But it does differentiate some of the lower tier street cars to apparently I'm collecting a bunch of things, gift pack and all sorts of stuff. Cool. Apparently went over the planes. All right, so we have a whole bunch of different street cars. Honda Civic Type R Fitted Edition. We got Mitsubishi, DeLorean. These will load in eventually with like little things down here. We got a little XP booster thing on this one, it looks like. A Mini Cooper. We'll drive around in the Mini Cooper. This is my wife's favorite car. This is like her dream vehicle. So. Alright. So we're in the Mini Cooper S. We heading out to do some work. And yeah, it's a street racer.
The next playlist in our catalog
Tier 1.
tackles another key aspect of worldwide car culture. Car customization.
Sure. This episode's probably going to go a bit long. I mean, at this stage, we'd already normally end it. But again, we had a pretty lengthy intro with going through the options and such.
Every single car-related thing gets its screen time. To show you the right way to rethink an existing car design, Motorfest went the extra mile and got in touch with a real master craftsman.
Cool. So, yeah, we'll give you guys a little bit extra
That's
on this
right.
first one.
This playlist is 100% inspired by the work of an unrivaled auto-tuning pioneer, Mr. Wataru Kato himself.
What?
And his signature brand, Liberty Walk.
So, what did you just say to me? All right,
It'll all
so
become clear once we get to the container.
I believe the oh boy. Whee! I believe the cars that are passing through us are actual racing cars, because you do get to interact with some vehicles down the line. I think we're going to that car meet, but we're not. We're actually going to the left here. I'd say flawless, but there might have been a flaw or two. Now, we could actually fly to the various different places. That is an option. I may have to turn the music down a little bit more. I'm realizing it's quite loud. But it could just be the area that we drove through had loud music. Because I think in general the music's not that bad. Whoa, limo. And again, this is not my favorite car. We'll pull one of my hypercars out at some point. In fact, we could probably do that now, as we just came to a complete stop here intentionally and without any prejudice or anything. All right. So these were again street tier 1s. We got to see my 911 Turbo that we were in earlier. Now these are considered racing cars. Okay. All right, hypercars. That's what I'm looking for. The 918 Spider. Give me that. That's my boy right there, or girl. Yes, yes. More and better.
We're here. Here comes Liberty Walk, introduced by Mr. Kato himself.
Oh, a little further. That guy did a questionable turn. I thought my turn was unquestionable, mind you. Woo! What's happening? Oh, there we go. I was slightly too far to the edge. Apologies. What do you got for me? This is something I haven't seen before. Welcome to Liberty Walk playlist. I am Wataru something. Kato, you're going to enjoy a one-of-a-kind experience straight from my home country, Japan. Customization has been my delight for over 30 years. All this time spent doing something and in the distinct Liberty Walk style. Making customized cars in the Liberty Walk style, I guess. My Japanese heritage fuels me. And the need to tune turn cars into something special drives me. Come explore my work through this Motorfest experience. Cool. Never heard of this person. Journey through the LBWK universe, Liberty Walk. And if you finish the journey to the top, a very special car from my collection will be yours to keep. Sweet. Okay. Liberty Walk, a signature edition. Okay.
This is Liberty Walk, a step beyond the boundaries of customization.
This is part of the donut thing, or did I do something I wasn't supposed to do? She talked about the Liberty Walk. This feels very different than what the... Anyway, whatever. We'll figure it out. It's all good stuff. I'm here for it. I'm ready. I don't know why I'm in a tree.
To the next objective. Without further ado, the first of the 3 Liberty Walk pillars, Liberty Works. Kato-san is busy with work, but it turns out we have another custom expert on site. Actually, you already know him.
Do I? I feel like that's categorically untrue. But we'll see. Excuse me, Mr. Taxi. Important person. Alright, let's do it. The BMW 4M competition thing. Win the race. I can't promise I'll do that, but I can try. My car is really sliding. Alright, it's fine. We're finding creative ways to outplay our contemporaries.
Hey, it's Toji. Remember me? Made in Japan, the pack, the guy with the Evo X?
Yeah, sure.
You shouldn't be surprised. It's a Liberty Walk playlist. I'm a customizer. That's all I needed to know.
I vaguely remember you from my days in the closed beta, sir. We probably should have done stuff in order, but
There's lots of things to say. But let's start with this. In Japan, every Custo lover knows the name Wataru Kato.
Makes sense.
Bringing his own style to bear on supercars. That's his thing.
Alright, hopefully going this tunnel's not a bad call. Might be. Interesting so far. Pretty straightforward. Nothing too far out of the ordinary. A little bit more split level than I would have expected. Oh boy. Intended. I feel like we've probably got a fairly decent lead. Not that much of a lead, to be honest. Oh my god. Why is that telling me to cut through that? That was insane. They didn't do that either. Okay. Alright, their racing line might be a little bit off. Uh-oh.
By the way, your BMW is too dull, and you're in the Liberty Walk playlist,
Thanks.
so...
Appreciate you.
Let the tuning take over.
Wait, what? What did you just do to me? How'd you do that? He's a magician. You just anamorphed my car. I appreciate it though. Can't remember the last.
Check it out. New front bumper and rear wing, side skirt at ground level, wide fenders with rivets.
Cool.
Kato's signature, unmistakable. I'm done talking. Just show me what the car can do.
I'm showing you. I've tried not to crash into anything so far. I've mostly succeeded with the upgraded car. Alright, we're at 70%. Oh, that's a tough turn there. Oh dear. Oh dear. Come on. Still have a commanding lead. Maybe I do need to move to the difficulty of 4. I got ahead and I stayed ahead. That's not always going to be the case. Again, we'll tweak the difficulty as we play, and we'll see what what happens as we go. But pretty straightforward for this first one. It usually is. The first one's maybe not a gimme, but a little bit more of a slow ball. All right. Too bad. Keeping stuff pretty breezy. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. That's one thing that I definitely do a little bit more without having traction control and some of the other stuff. When you lose control of the car, sometimes it's a little harder to get control back.
Okay, not bad. Let's see if you can handle what follows.
Yeah, like I said, kind of a gimme, I think, at this point. But that's alright. We'll take the gimme. Yeah. Wheelie and Suki, not super thrilled, but... Yeah. We had 4.5 seconds on him. That's a lifetime in a race. Alright, and then of course we're going to get XP. It fills your main stage timelines. You will gain rewards each time you earn a new level. And bucks you can use to buy vehicles and customization items. And these are the various different loot items that we get that we can upgrade our cars with, which is really cool. Oh, we got some rims as far as aesthetic look or visuals. Nice. Okay, that might
Congratulations,
have been
driver. On to the next one.
All right, ladies and gentlefolk, we're gonna pull up over here. When next you see me, we're gonna be in incognito. No, we're going to be at the place.
So, how do you like that modded BMW? Can you feel the difference?
No, I can't. All right, so we're going to be at the place in the next deal. It's going to be great. It's going to be sweet, sweet, nice style.
It has all the signature Liberty Works
We'll let her
upgrades.
finish talking.
A perfect way to set the mood.
Cool. Anyway, we're going to be at the place and ready to go with the next part of our playlist and doing whatever that race is and so on and so forth. If at any point in the near future Splooch is available to join, we'll be doing some co-op races and stuff with him as well, because, again, I know he's pretty excited about the Crew Motorfest coming out and so on and so forth. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for our very first episode, our very first bit of coverage right here at the Crew Motorfest in Hawaii. All right, we're not really in Hawaii, but yeah, it's fantastic. I've enjoyed it so far. Again, this is replaying a bit of what I've already experienced, but they gave us enough different playlists at the start that was not available in the closed beta that right now we're already doing something new and different that I haven't done before, which is cool. I like that a whole bunch. Big shout out and thank you once again to Ubisoft for hooking me up with the code for this and allowing me to showcase it a few days early. Hashtag Ubisoft partner. It means a lot, and it's great to still be working with them after this many years. And yeah, I'm looking forward to many more years. That all being said, folks, if you want more information about the game, where to get the game, information on the developer, any of that stuff, it'll all be down below in the description of the video, just like it always is. And until the very next episode, and later today, the live stream, I have been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.